feelings in. We brought the receipts, baby. Lay back, tell the truth. We do this dirty, but we do it safe. Counselors in the house, let's go. Talk it out and act like grown-ups. Secrets in a circle, lips sealed tight. If you need a little healing with a little heat, pull up a chair. Keep your boots on. This is Counselors After Dark.
Hey guys, you're here with Betty.
It's Paula.
Dottie here.
Hey, it's Daisy.
It's your girl Dolores.
And welcome to Counselors After Dark.
So today's drink of the day is a honeydew. I personally have never had one, but I know that this drink was really popular for the US Open. It was their signature drink. It's vodka, lemonade, and it says if you wanted to put a floater, you can do Chambord. It has these little melon pieces in a perfect ball. No, I have to show you a picture.
It's so fancy.
I know.
It sounds very refreshing.
All right, take it away, Daisy.
Today, we're continuing our topic from last week, dynamics within the school. We did get to talk a little bit about admin and counselors, so we're going to be continuing that.
And a couple of things that we did not speak about that our poster was wondering about is toxic dynamics within the department and also counselors making administrative decisions. Let's talk.
Don't do it.
What if we have no choice, though?
What if you're being pressured?
Ooh, pressured is too much of a hot word. Don't do that. We don't pressure anybody. That's not our job.
I feel like if you're being pressured, do you have a choice? If you're being given a directive from your director, your principal, do you really have a choice?
Are you tenured?
I'm going to say no.
Great question.
You don't have a choice, you're saying.
You don't have a choice.
I agree
no.
with you.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
I think you always have a choice.
I think there's levels.
I feel like you always have a choice because you can decide to make your stance, and that could be the hill that you die on, or you can decide to just fall under the pressure and do whatever they say. Ultimately, I believe you do have a choice. It is hard. You might be perceived as someone who is defiant or someone who is aggressive or whatever terminology that you want to use. If your boss ends up giving you a directive, if it's something that makes you feel uncomfortable, you should document it and note it. You can always file something away, giving it to HR, saying, listen, I'm doing this because it is the directive of my boss, but I do not agree with it. Explain why you don't agree with it. Give it to HR, and all you could do is move on with that decision.
And remember, there is not just one hill. There are many hills. You can die as many hills as you want, okay? Do not limit yourself to one hill.
It's just so hard because for me, I feel like if I don't say no, it's what you said. You're going to look as defiant, difficult to work with. Why are they not doing this? This is what I'm asking this person to do. Now you just put a bad taste in their mouth, and who knows how they can retaliate. Show me your calendar. When are you leaving? When are you taking your lunch? Why is Paula being difficult? It makes my skin crawl. It does.
We know. We know.
I used to work in a district I really love. When I first started, the principal and I had a discussion about the things that counselors should and should not do. And there was something that they had brought to my attention about counselors making the decision to change a teacher's grades. And I had to have a very real conversation with that principal. It was my first month on the job. And I flat out told my principal respectfully, that is unethical and I'm not doing it. And she heard me. She understood, and she said, I would never put you in that situation for you to have to do that. Thank you for letting me know. That doesn't mean that she wouldn't do it, but
But it's not you.
it's not me.
Your name's
And
not
I
on
put
there.
my foot down immediately, respectfully, professionally, and that was never brought up again. I heard that it happened, but all I know is it wasn't coming from me. So there's definitely a conversation that needs to be had between counselor, administrator about the things that you should and should not be doing. Whether that administrator decides to accept it is on them. But you have to stand your ground about what you will and won't put up with. Because ultimately, yes, they might be in a higher position, higher salary than you, but you are colleagues. You have to be able to work effectively together. And the same way that you wouldn't make them feel uncomfortable, they have to respect that as well.
I think it's great that she realized that you weren't comfortable and that she was wrong. But I also feel like that's rare that happens. And what happens when you come across an administrator who says, oh, well, I don't care that you feel uncomfortable. I'm asking you to do this and I need you to do it. Then you say no. And then what happens?
Document it. Or if it's very serious, go to the union. Who's there to protect you? I think that yes, if you say no all the time, right? Because there are a lot of things that you will be told to do. I think that you have to kind of assess the situation, what you're being asked, right? And you're an adult. You have to decide on your own. It's not something I'm happy with, but let me just do it because I need to do it. It's my job. I'm being told to do it. But if it's really serious and you feel super uncomfortable with it, and you know what? No, I'm not doing this. I'm going to set a standard. I don't want to do this. Then, okay, you assess the situation, you stand up for yourself. You can say no professionally. Just because you're saying no is not making you difficult, is not making you unprofessional. You are saying no because this is just not what you want to do. And if you do encounter someone who is not professional and doesn't respect you enough to understand why you're saying no, then that's their issue. And then if you see that it's a toxic situation, then you can get the union involved. I feel like they are there to supposedly advocate for you. I hope that your union does advocate for you and they'll help you. But you have to assess the situation. Is this something that requires you getting the union? Or can you go to someone else that can help you with this? Or can you solve this on your own? Or just do it and document. Don't be scared to say no, but always stay classy, right?
Yeah.
I want to say a nice no. Unfortunately, no.
Yes.
Even if you want to be like, no. Okay. I'm going to try to stay professional here and not say the words that I normally want to say.
We're signing right now,
Yeah.
guys.
You guess what words I'm trying to use here. You could say those in your head while you're saying, no, unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable with that. Is there something else that I can do? Can I do that in a different way? Can someone else do this? Professionally, we are all adults. Just picture them in a grocery store. If we're there shopping, we're just two human beings shopping. It doesn't matter. No one's more powerful than others. Always remember that even if they are your boss, they're still humans and we're all adults. Sometimes we get like that imposter syndrome and you're like,
Yes.
you feel like they're more powerful than you? No, because we both go to the grocery store and we get bread. And that makes us the same.
I have a question. So I feel like we've mentioned documentation a couple times. Okay, so my boss, an administrator, tells me to do something. I don't feel comfortable. I do it anyways. After I document, what happens with that?
You hold on to it in case you ever need it again.
It's
Because
proof,
God
yeah.
forbid, yes, you get subpoenaed. There you go.
Okay.
Why did
Okay.
you do this?
Yep. You write it down because this is what happened. This was the direction I was given. And I said no. And unfortunately, that was vetoed because I'm just a measly school counselor.
You can always also, yes, filing it away for yourself for that potential what if case. But the other thing is you can always give it to your HR department so that they can file it away in their space for you, just so you have it as an official record. If you keep it to yourself, it's unofficial, but you have it so that you know what's there. But if you end up giving it to HR and you say, listen, I don't want anything to come of this, but I just need support in case something ever does happen because of it.
Okay. That was always a little confusing because I've heard that before of just document it and put in your notes, but it's just hearsay too. You're just writing something down. I needed to hear that. So thanks.
And
Thanks,
put it in an
girls.
email.
Mhm.
As per our conversation, I will be doing this per your directive.
Oh.
Yep. Thank you very much. Have a great day. You want to make sure that it's emailed, that's somewhere, it's official. They got it. If you thought that this wasn't what actually happened, why didn't you respond to say that this isn't? So it's obviously true. Now you have documentation. It's no longer hearsay. It's out there in the digital world.
Yeah, I remember early on in my high school career, I was asked to make a schedule change for a special education student. And I go to a CSC at some point and I get questioned as to why I make this change. And guess what I had to pull up? That very email that was sent to me because that person who wrote it had no recollection of making that request. So definitely, no matter what year you are in, you should be documenting or having some sort of proof as to why you did something.
I love when you're in a meeting and the chairperson asks, why did you do this? And then you pull up their email that they sent to you and you
That
can give a
was great.
timestamp. I love it. I live for that.
I pull it up in real time.
Yep, right then
Do you
and
see
there.
this right here? Oh, look, it's from you right here. Change this. Oh, okay. Then you get the stink eye, but that's okay because you won.
Those
That's
are
what
moments we
matters.
live for.
That's your moment right there.
And that is really funny you say that, Dolores, because I've had that exact situation. And I think we're talking about the same person.
Funny enough, so have I. Everybody at this table.
Get your receipts, get them ready.
Yeah, you need it. Even with those people that you think are your friends, okay? Trust no one when it comes to email because nobody wants to be called out. You have to make sure that you are protecting yourself. You can be friends, you can be friendly, but always have something that will protect you because this is your job. Can we talk about departments?
The poster said that they were going into this year with a toxic work environment within the department. I'll start just because I've had personal experience with this. So, funny story, a couple years ago, I was friends with someone in the department, personally and professionally, obviously. And we had a very big falling out, and we do not speak anymore. So, it has been very challenging to deal with that. So, whoever made that post, I feel your pain. How do we handle this? Because I know everyone else in the department has also experienced fallout from this as well.
I think it's also important to add that we're all individuals. We've all had our different experiences. The way I've handled this situation within our department is just to keep it professional. I'm not going out of my way. I will say a good morning if eye contact is made, but I'm just keeping it moving. And that's it.
It's frustrating though, because again, we're all like in it for our own reasons. But I think this could probably be felt in different situations, even if other schools and other departments, and even in just any workspace. I think what bothers me the most, I don't like it when I know that there are certain expectations for the department and that person is not reaching those expectations and even very far away from reaching those expectations and nothing is being done about it. And I think that yes, you can advocate, you can say things, but then nothing can be done. And that's even more frustrating because why do I have to do my job? Why do I have to exceed expectations and do all of the things? Meanwhile, this other person is just living their best life. That's not fair. And that's also something that can feel very toxic in your workplace. You are doing all the right things. You're showing up on time. You're staying until you're supposed to, whatever it is. And then you're watching this person just not do any of it, but nothing happens. Nothing is being done to change it. You are a department. You're supposed to be working together, doing all of the right things together. And even if there is a rift, we are still professional. We're still supposed to be doing the things that we have to do. And it's not fair when everybody else does it, but that one person is just, again, living their best life. They're not even at work. Well, whatever. Again, I am professional. I do say hello. Eye contact is made. Good morning. But also, please do your job. Okay, end of my rant. I'm sorry.
I love it. Keep ranting, girl. I think the hardest thing for me is seeing that someone in the same position is being held by different standards. It seems like the standards change depending on who you're talking about. And I don't appreciate that because we all have the same job. We all have had the same education. We're getting paid the same measly dollars as well. I think we can all agree that in any profession, there are going to be people who have agreeable personalities and others who do not, and you have to just deal with it. But the most difficult thing for me is if we're getting paid the same, why aren't we treated the same way? Why is the expectation different?
Okay, so when I think about work, I think about professionalism. When you start mixing work and personal life, then sticky situations happen. People are upset with each other. Then you have to apologize. And then it starts to intertwine too much where you get lost in the sauce of it all. I like the balance between when you're at work, everyone's professional, everyone is nice and kind, great. And then when you clock out, have a good night, see you tomorrow. That's what I've done in the past. And then being with you ladies now, you guys really have become my friends and my family, even though I will identify you as a coworker first, no matter what, whatever. All right, I'm getting hand signals thrown up at me. That's fine. But because of issues, you can start to have friendships that dwindle while at work. You have to figure out how to continue to work together after your friendship has fallen off. That is the main reason why I try and keep things separate. These past couple of years, I also was put in a situation where we had a falling out, and I'm not as nice as Betty and Paula because I will not say good morning. I will look at you and then I will look through you. So it doesn't work for me. But that's why I know myself, and I know that professional and personal really can't work together. Guys, we better be locked in for life, because if not, I will not be good to you guys.
You would probably make me cry
You
every
mean
day.
you
No,
get
I wouldn't
worse?
be mean. I would legit keep it only professional.
Professional.
And
That would
be
make
it.
me cry.
Oh, well then.
I don't know.
Put on your big girl panties, girl.
That's a breakup right there. No.
You know what this reminds me of? This is why you don't date where you work. I understand it. This is why you do want to have boundaries in terms of your relationships where you're working. But at the end of the day, I really do feel like if you develop a closeness with someone and there is some sort of falling out, you can be an adult about it and speak about it. I obviously I'm a little different from you guys. I like to be friendly with a lot of people, even though maybe I don't even like those people. I'll still be friendly because that's just the way I am. I want to be happy where I am. And part of that is also spreading my cheer. Even though maybe I won't be as happy elsewhere, I will be happy at work. That's like my happy place where I feel like I'm doing good. I'm helping kids. I'm helping staff with their relationship with kids. I'm happy where I work. And other people can bring you down with their mood, with their poor personalities, but I will not let that impact me. And yes, I will create boundaries in order to save my peace. That is what I do in order to preserve my own sanity.
As long as they are doing their job.
Yes, hopefully that doesn't impact me, them not doing their job, which I can't say it doesn't.
I completely agree. You have to protect your peace. And I think a way that I protect my peace, you have to let it go. It's difficult when you have to do things together as a department and there is a shared responsibility. But for the most part, let them have their downfall. I am a true believer that one day it does catch up to you. If you are not 100% in your job and putting all your effort into your work, it will catch up to you. So I will gladly stay in my lane.
I'm just going to say that once again, you cannot control people, which is unfortunate, but I feel like a lot of people spend time trying to figure out, why did this person do this? Why did this person do that or say that? But you, at the end of the day, you have no control, unfortunately. And you just have to let people do what they do and you choose how to handle it.
We're in education. So sometimes it feels like we're in a different type of industry. And I think about my siblings, my husband, who are in IT and engineering, and they don't deal with as much hoopla with drama of coworkers than we as educators deal with. They will go into work, do their job, take their break on time, 5 p.m., clock out, and go home. And their conversation with their coworker is while they're walking to the bus stop, to the train station, or to the parking lot, in their cars to go their separate ways. It's not intertwined so much. Many people in education are so just social, and we have these caring hearts and want to build connections and relationships. I think that's what makes the difference with being in the field of education and counseling versus being in other fields.
You know, that's why we have more entertaining stories to tell.
This is why we have a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to make big bucks.
But it must be so relieving at the same time that you really just stick to your craft and you don't have to deal with all the hoopla. That is really refreshing and something that I wish was across the board in all careers. But at the same time, everyone deals with it in their own way. And You just have to, again, be reminded of the reason why you're there.
All right, let's get to the bottom line for today. Toxic coworkers can be challenging, but you have to find your happiness within the job, despite people bringing you down, keeping true to who you are.
And don't forget to hit the follow button so you don't miss any of our counselor confessions.
Cheers!
This is Counselors After Dark.